Right, hi everyone, it's Chris 2E0UKH and this is my review of the Anytone 868. It's a dual band FM DMR radio and I've had it now for about 4 months, so I've got used to programming it, and I'm going to let you know what I like about the radio, what I don't like, show you around the hardware and probably make a few demo contacts on it. So stand by to see what I think about the radio.
He's a big mouth, I know it all.
Don't listen to him, he's an nincompoop.
The guy is a radio genius, but he's got a hell of a lot to learn.
Right, so let's take a look at the hardware of the Anytone 868. The screen is very readable in sunlight, goes very bright. Plenty of room for the DMR database and all the contact information. You've got several presets on the radio. You can choose for different options. You've got 2 on the side. You can alter the P1 and P2 short and long press. On the top you've got the orange button. You can short and long press that. You can alter all these for different things. You've got the volume and the channel selector. Click a knob on the top. And on the right it's a Kenwood type connector. And it's a really nice design, it's quite small, rounded, fits in your pocket nicely, and it feels good in the hand. It's good quality, good build quality. So I'm just going to do a zoom in on the screen so we can see some contact information come up and see how it's displayed. So I'm just going to go over some of the things I like about the radio after having it for 4 months. You've got 3 ways to change talk group. You can have it programmed on individual channels, key up and you're on there. You can select the talk group from a list of talk groups that are in memory, and you can select it from the list. Or you can type in a talk group that is not already programmed in. So if someone wants to go somewhere you don't have programmed in, you can just type it in using manual dial. Now this has got the indoor volume option, so you can have the indoor volume a lot quieter, so it's not blasting out on the low volumes. It's got 160,000 contacts, so more than enough room for the time being. It's got VFO. It's got a proper VFO that can be accessed from one button. Press P2 and you're in VFO mode. So one key access for that. That's very good. And you can search in VFO, and you can send the information from the VFO to a memory channel. It's got 250 channels per zone, so you can fit a hell of a lot of stuff in one zone. The display is dual line, there's a line on the top and the bottom. I've got it set on just a single line. That's the zone there that says best, but I've got it in single line mode, so I've turned the bottom line off. It's very good audio quality, transmit and receive audio is very good, had some good reports. And this radio has got a mic gain control, which is very handy, and when you go into a menu it doesn't come out again immediately. You've got a menu hang time, so if you don't know what you're doing, you're not sure what you want to select, you want to think about it, you can just leave it like that and it will stay. I think it's a maximum of 1 minute, something like that. So it doesn't come flying out of the menu as soon as you go into it. Now it's got an FM radio on it if anyone's interested in that. It's got GPS, so you can measure the distance between you and another station. It's got the record mode, so you can record audio clips. And I'm sure I saw a video where someone sent a recording. I've never done that. Now it's got a very good digital monitor, which is a bit like promiscuous mode, but it's a bit more advanced than that, because you might have seen my other video I did where I used this as a digital scanner. And in digital monitor switch, that just turns it on and off. But you can get it to display, to decrypt audio, digital audio that has any colour code, any ID, or on any slot. So if you did a sweep past a frequency you knew had some DMR type transmissions on, you'll hear the audio and you'll see the colour code and talk group. So I did another video on that. If you search back a few videos, I think it's called which DMR radio can you use as a digital scanner. So it stayed in that menu for quite a while. That's really good while you're thinking of what to do. Now the hash button's very good because you can choose between private and group call. So there's someone talking there, I won't key up, but if you go menu, manual dial, which is in talk group I think, choose manual dial, it comes up private ID, and if I press the hash button it changes it to group call, so you can quickly go from one to the other. So if I wanted to go to a talk group I don't have in memory, I could just type one in. Let's make one up. If I key up now, that will be on there. That will be on that talk group, as long as the green light isn't on and there's no audio coming through. And you can do the same with a private call. If you type in an individual user's ID number and have it on group call, private call like that, key up, and that's a private call between you and the other station. So that's a really cool feature, and it's quick to get to. So you want to go to a talk group you've not got, it's not a problem. And the radio's also turbo power, which just means it's 7 watts. But I'd only use that, I wouldn't say in an emergency, but I wouldn't use that very often, because I have keyed up before and set my light off, for example. I've got a little touch lamp. So it's probably, the SWR related, but I normally use it at home on the hotspot, so I leave it on low power. Right, so I'm just going to get a demo contact on here, get some audio, so you've got a feel for how the audio sounds. So I'm just going to key up on TAC 310 and activate the talk group. So I should be on the talk group now. I'm just going to see if anyone comes back to a call. 2E0UKH, just doing a demo on the Anytone 868 if anyone is about.
CWR for your demo, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for coming back for the demo. It's Chris 2E0UKH, and I'm just filming a little clip to show what the audio sounds like on the Anytone. Back to you.
Okay, Chris, the name is Gerard, located in Bowmanville, Ontario, about 70 miles east of the city of Toronto. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we can see all your contact information on the screen on the 868. Well, you're sounding very good anyway. What equipment are you using that way?
Yeah, I'm just using a 380 handheld going through the local repeater here, about 20 miles north of here. Just a 380, and just through the repeater. I'm not going through a hotspot.
Yeah, okay, well it's always best to use a repeater if you can, isn't it? It's more handy, you know, if you've got a radio knocking about in the car, you don't need to mess about setting up hotspots, and it's always good for a demo, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for this demo, and I'll say 7.3 because I don't want it to be too long. I'm just doing a review on the Anytone 868.
Okay, Chris, where are you located? My wife's sitting in the car and my display doesn't show, so whereabouts are you located, Chris? Thank you.
Yeah, well I'm in the UK. I'm about 70 miles north of London. About 70 miles north of London, near to a place called Northampton, that sort of area. And if you search for Anytone 868 after 4 months, that's what I'll call the video, so your wife will be able to see it, so that'll make her laugh.
Okay, Chris, she's sitting here laughing. Yeah, you take care, Chris. 7-3s, all the past seasons, greetings, and all that stuff. Take care. 7-3s, VE3CWR in Bowmanville.
VE3CWR 2E0UKH. Okay, 7.3. Many thanks. Cheers. Yeah, well that was pretty good. Nice contact there. He'll be watching that video later. Make his wife laugh. So yeah, that was pretty good. Now, I was going to say what I don't like about this radio, but it's not worth putting it in a separate clip because there's only one thing I don't like about this radio. You know, and I'm really struggling to find anything. When I connect to a talk group using the manual dial method, it only stays connected for 30 minutes since you last keyed up. So that could quite easily be extended in the software. You know, I would like it to have the black display with the white writing. That wouldn't take any code at all. That would be a very simple thing to do. But I've got the impression they want us to buy the next radio up, which is the Anytone 878. That's got the black and white writing. And I think that one stays connected for 60 minutes, someone told me. Not sure about that, I don't have that radio. But there's nothing I don't like about this radio, hardly. You know, that's just trying to find some fault. You know, I can't say everything's fantastic. So, the overall impressions of the radio are, it's an absolutely cracking radio, brilliant design. You know, quite high spec, It's dual band FM DMR. It's got all the contacts. Nice display, you can see in sunlight. It does analog as well, you know, just standard analog FM. And some people have said the analog is a bit deaf. It's not going to be as good as a dedicated FM radio. I think these a direct conversion. I would have thought so. I'm not certain. Quite sure it could be though. You know, there's not many come out that are super heterodyne anymore. So I'm going to be testing the analog quality. You know, I have made contacts on repeaters, so it does work. It does work well, but you know, it's not as probably as good as a dedicated analog transceiver. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments, and if you like these videos, then click subscribe. It lets YouTube know these videos are useful and people are enjoying them, and if you like them and share them, other people will see it, and it'll help the channel grow. So thanks for watching the review of the Anytone 732E0 UKH.